Welcome! In this video, we will be walking you through the supporting information quadrant of the CSU application. This section may look different depending on the information you entered into your extended profile. If you are applying for the Educational Opportunity Program, more commonly known as EOP, you will need information on your parents' employment background and the contact information for two people willing to complete a recommendation form for you. If you are currently serving or have ever served in the United States military, you are able to upload military documents in this quadrant. If you indicated that you will be receiving an ADT prior to transferring, you will need to know your student ID number from the college that will be awarding the degree and your anticipated or completed degree date. If you are an international student that has or will have an F1 or J1 visa to study at a CSU, then you will be asked about any academic achievements you may have, such as awards, honors, presentations, publications, or scholarships. This information, however, is not required and you may choose to not add anything. Let's go ahead and navigate over to the supporting information quadrant now. Depending on your profile, when you first enter into this quadrant, you will see between 1 and 3 tiles. Most students will have the EOP tile. Students that are receiving an associate degree for transfer will have the ADT tile. Students that are currently serving or have served in the United States military will have the documents tile, and international students will have an achievements tile. Let's start with the documents tile. If you are currently serving or have served in the U.S. military, you are able to upload your DD-214 or other military papers here. If you choose not to add these documents now, they may be required later. To upload your documents, click Add Document and choose the files you would like to upload. It's that simple. Let's move on to the ADT tile. If you will be awarded an ADT before your transfer, you will need to answer just a few additional questions. Enter your student ID number from the college that will be awarding the degree here. Next, enter your California Community College ID or CCC ID here. You can find this number by logging into your CCC Apply account. This field is not required, so if you have difficulty locating this number, you are able to leave it blank. Then you'll need to enter your anticipated or completed degree date. If you are receiving a second ADT, the information will be pulled from your extended profile. If you need to update the program the ADT is in or the college the ADT is being received from, then use the link listed here below the question. All you'll need to enter for your second ADT is your student ID number from the college awarding the second degree, and the anticipated or completed degree date. If you are not receiving a second ADT, then no further action is required. Let's continue on to the EOP tile. As stated here, the primary goal of the CSU Educational Opportunity Program is to improve access of low-income, first-generation, and historically disadvantaged students from California for academic success by making higher education a possibility. If you would like to learn more about the program, click this link here. First, indicate whether or not you are currently enrolled in an EOP or EOPS program. If you are, select the campus you are enrolled in. If you are not, select No and continue. Next, indicate whether or not you are interested in applying for EOP. Keep in mind that this section can be edited after you submit your CSU application, up until the EOP deadline. EOP deadlines may vary by campus. If you are not interested, select No, and you are done with the supplemental information quadrant. If you are interested in applying but would like to complete the EOP application later, select Yes, I will return later to complete these EOP questions. Just be sure not to forget to come back. If you are interested in applying to the program and are able to complete the EOP application now, select Yes and continue. Selecting Yes will populate additional questions below. You will first be asked whether or not you attended a CSU and were enrolled in an EOP program in the past. Then you'll be asked to indicate which educational programs you have participated in through high school and college, if any. And lastly, you'll be asked to provide information about your family. Once you have completed this page, select Save and Continue. You'll notice that indicating you are interested in applying will populate 3 additional tiles in the quadrant. You must fill out each tile to complete the EOP application. Next, we'll check out the EOP Parent and Guardian Information and Financial Status tile. Similar to the last tile, you are able to complete this section later, as long as it is completed before the EOP application deadline. Selecting Yes will populate additional questions. In this tile, you will need to report the name and occupation of your parent and/or guardians and their financial status. All EOP applicants must complete this section, including those who are considered financially independent. Any missing information may result in your EOP application not being considered. On to the EOP Biographical Questions tile. Again, you are able to complete this section later, just like the other EOP tiles. In this tile, you will be asked a series of questions to determine your motivation and preparation to undertake college work. It is important that you answer these questions as honestly as possible in complete sentences. This is an opportunity to include information about your family's economic background, financial challenges, and your motivation, willingness, and preparation to take on college work. Avoid simple answers such as just yes or no. The last page of the EOP application is the EOP Recommendations tile. Each EOP applicant is required to submit 2 recommendation requests. One recommendation must be from an academic counselor or teacher that can comment on your academic preparedness, and the other can be of your choosing, such as a counselor, teacher, community member, or employer who can comment on your potential to succeed in college. Recommendations from family members are not accepted. Prior to filling out this section, it is recommended that you first speak to the individuals you would like to recommend you. Once you save the request, it will send an email with the link for them to complete a recommendation form. In order to complete the recommendation request, you will need the first name, last name, and email address of the person you would like to recommend you. If you are applying to multiple CSUs, enter the earliest deadline date here, then write a brief message to your recommender. You have the right to access your recommendations unless you choose to waive your right of inspection and review. This decision is binding and serves the same purpose as a legal signature. Selecting yes means that you will not be able to see the content of the recommendation and indicates that your recommender completed their recommendation with the understanding that you would not be able to view it. Selecting no indicates that your recommender completed the form with the understanding that you may choose to view it in the future. This next statement means that you give Cal State Apply the permission to contact your recommender and acknowledges that it is your responsibility to ensure that all recommendations are received by the EOP deadline. The second statement allows the campuses to contact the recommender to verify or request further clarification of the information provided in their recommendation. That's it. If you've been following our tutorial series, then you're almost done. All that's left is to complete the Program Materials quadrant and to submit. If this was the last section for you, we recommend you check out our tutorial on how to submit your application. Either way, we hope to see you in our next video.